So put a meaning first, then you put the salary cost, make an estimate on the salary increase, when is going to when the salary increase is going to happen. Usually it happens in the beginning of financial year, so our formula is based on the financial year beginning. However, if you think that the salary cost will increase later on, means let's say 6 months, so this formula you can change, instead of this salary to this salary first, until the salary remains the same, and when the salary is increasing you can use this ratio. If you are increasing 2 times in a month, in a year, then you can have 3 lines and then use the formula to change the lines, right? So that is salary only. Then once you are doing the salary, so up to here is the salary budget based on each position. After that you have vacation pays, or you have the payroll related expenses, which are like social security benefits. So here below the labor cost you can write down your other expenses, what will happen, bonus provisions for each month. You can write down the social security benefits, social security calculations for each base, because usually these are based on the salary. So let's say social security contribution is 5% of the salary and wages, so you can multiply this by 5%. Here you get the budget for each month, right? So let's say you are doing let's say you are giving a annual budget of bonus of, let's say 1 month or 2 months. So let's say you are giving 1 month salary, so means out of 1 month salary you will be giving the budget, but you will be giving the ratio, but you are not providing the whole budget in first month. You need to divide that into 12 months. So you can say, okay, every month we are going to do a 12-month provision. So total provision will be 2154, which is nearly equal to 1 month salary. So this is how we do the labor cost, this is how we do the budget bonus provision. Now you have vacation pays. So how you are going to do vacation pay? Usually vacation pays we are giving, let's say on an average everybody get 10 days of vacation pay. So it means the total vacation pay budget will be equal to the total, this is 365 days salary, correct? So this 25,849 is 365 days salary. So let's calculate the vacation pay separately. Now vacation pay accrual and vacation pay accrual and usage, because how the usage net, how the vacation pay works usually is, because vacation pay accrual need to be done for every month, right? So this is 365 days salary divided by 365 days into 10 days, correct? So let's say average is 12 days. So total accrual will be based on 849, and this will be accruing to the staff on a monthly basis to equally. So let's say do this one. Now this is accrual only, entitlement, how much the peoples are using their accruals in each month, because once you are accruing and then you need to give out the leaves in those particular months. Normally we in the hospitality industry, the accrual, the budget leaves are used within the same year in most of the cases. So depending on your hotel policy, how much carried over you are allowing. So usually when we are giving the budget, you let them say, okay, what is the weight when they are going to use the most. So we allow them based on our budget, on our estimated number of rooms, head counts, when we are having a low business. So let's say we are having the business of 200 room nights. So let's say we are not allowing them to use any leaves in this month, but we are allowing them to use, let's say, most of their weighted average. So let's say we are going to let them use 2 days each out of 12 days. So we have to make it 12 at the end, right? So let's say we gonna give them 2 days average leave in this month, 1 day average leave in this month, and 1 day in these months. So total of this has to be 12, it's 11. So let's say we are giving 2 in this month. So this is the weighted average. So now you can use this amount divide by 12 multiply by the average. So here is how you're going to use the budget, and then we can freeze the N43 ratio so that when we copy the formula it doesn't go anywhere. We have to freeze this as well. Yes. So this is how much of the leaves we're gonna be allowing them to use, right? What is the net? So net will be accrual minus usage. So in these months where we are allowing people to use the budget, we will see a credit in our labor cost. So the labor cost will be negative in the months when we are allowing people to use the leave, like this vacation pay. So we will link it up with our month. So here is how we do the budget for vacation pay. So in these months we can see we are allowing the credit because the business is low, so we are allowing them to use their leaves, and the hotel is getting a credit for let them use their vacation pays. In the month where we are good business, we are not allowing them to use any leave, and the charge is going in those particular months. So at the end of the day the total will be 0, right? This is how we do the vacation budget. Now in reality it may not be used 100%. So you may not be able to use 849 in altogether as we have done now. You may have to say, okay, maybe 25% of the leaves accrued will be carried over next year, or previous year's leave will be used in this year. So there may be more complications, but to make it easier for on the labor cost explanation, we are assuming that 100% of the leaves are being used in the same month. So there are other benefits, for example like meals. You can, based on the meals, how much money you are spending on an average per person per day based on the number of staff. Here is the number of staff. So you can say, okay, if I am spending $1 per day per month, so means number of days, my spending will be $180 in this month, and until the end of month will be different. So every month the meal expenses will be different depending on how many staff that we hire in that particular month. So and then you will be able to get more if you are providing accommodation, you are providing taxes, you have hired expatriates, and you are paying for the income tax. So you can do all the expenses here below each department. So you can make this sheet for labor room division, you can make copy this sheet to another, make a new sheet for room F&B, for other department, for each outlet. You can do a detailed budget. Since we are not teaching you the Excel, so I'm not creating those, I'm just trying to explain the concept. So the concept remain the same for every department. First we do, let's have a recap. First we do the manning, the head count based on the business levels that we are looking, and then we calculate the salaries, factor in the increments, and then we take the we do the other budgets, for example bonus, social security, vacation pays, meals, employee benefits, other employee benefits that we are giving, ferry accommodation, ferry traveling. Then we also do the casual labor and contract labor budget based on our existing contracts, or based on the volume that we are estimating here, and if our housekeeping staff would be enough or not. So if let's say we have only 3 people in the hotel, so in that case you may need to have 3 people here in the fix, and when we need the 4th people, you may have to say, okay, in the contract we're gonna have 1 person here and 1 person here, or 2 people here, and then this is how you are going to do the budget, and this person's cost will go to your main P&L. So you can link it up so that you can you don't forget the budget, you don't forget their cost. You can say, okay, if on an average I am paying, let's say $100 to my house, to my contractor staff. So you can link this with the contract line, and here in this month you will get, in wherever you are putting up the contract, it will automatically populate here. This is how you calculate the labor cost. Casual labor, similar way. Difference between casual and contract is contract are based on 1 month, full month, and casual are day by day staff. So you can either hire casual or you can hire contract staff. For F&B, usually you have more casuals than contract laborers, and for rooms department, which is having a fixed jobs, usually you hire contract labor more than the casual laborers. Now this was the labor cost. So it's all the other departments you can do in a similar way, but you need to keep in mind on the production and also the productivity of the employees, of the peoples, based on the number of room nights or guests that are going to be served. So the guests going to be for rooms department, this is for rooms department. For F&B department, instead of room nights, you will be using the number of guests which are served. So how you are going to get number of guests which are going to serve? You will get it from your F&B working. So here you will see the total number of covers. These are your guests served in that particular hotel in that particular month. So you will use this number. If let's say you are serving 5 peoples per 5 customers per person, so divide by 5, divide by 25 working days, so you will be needing 5 people. So this is how you gonna calculate the F&B budget, manning, F&B manning. And the rest of the things for basic pay and employee benefits remains the same. Is particularly simple. So this was the labor cost.